Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Horror Master. So after another very long 3 months of waiting, we're finally going to be doing, every Kong vs. Godzilla movie versus. That's right, we're doing Godzilla vs. Kong 1962, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021, and Godzilla X Kong. Don't worry, this ranking will probably be updated in 2027 once the new movie comes out. That will be a really long wait. I don't feel like waiting because I already promised it would be my next versus battles video. And yes, this is gonna be quite an adventure because these movies are very interesting and each one is pretty different from one to another. Yeah, I mean different. Oh yeah, and yes, and if you're a nerd, then the original one's called King Kong vs. Godzilla, but I'm just gonna call it Godzilla vs. Kong 1962 because King Kong vs. Godzilla sounds offbeat to me. I definitely prefer calling Kong and not King Kong. I do like the name King Kong, it's just too wordy for me because I'm lazy as hell. So today we're gonna be doing a fight and battle between Kong and Godzilla as we do all of these movies. So grab your popcorn, grab your atomic breath, and grab your Pringle socks. Yes, I'm wearing them in today's video as we versus battle all of these crazy movies. Let's get started. Hello? Hey, can you rank all 4 Poppy Playtime chapters? I'm waiting for chapter 5 to come out. And I don't have the PC. Or Steam. But without any more interruption, so get ready. So like I said, grab your popcorn, atomic breath, and your Pringle socks. And I am wearing them. And I'm not going to repeat myself again. As we versus battle all of these crazy movies. And don't clutch in the fact I have a Godzilla poster in my room. Of course, we're gonna start with the title card, the week's most important thing out of these movies. And we're gonna start off with the original. So the original title card is Wham! That's right, I found an English dub version, yay! And I mean, I guess his original theme is catchy, but it's lame. Now, so here's why I have opinions about title cards. I get it, people don't really care about title cards, but in my opinion, title cards can be a great way to hype the movie depending on how cool it is. They could do cool theming, Kong and Godzilla are officially cool movies, so maybe it could have made it officially cool, but no, they just decided to pop in word text and make the text all green and different colors, and it's like black and dark in the background, and it's just not that creative. I get old movies back then because this is a 1962 movie. Is that when it came out? I think so. Yeah, it came out in 1962. Again, movies didn't really know how to make cool titles back then, and I can understand that. I mean, they weren't really modern back then. I mean, just look up the movie. Obviously, they didn't, you can obviously tell which is, not real. And we'll get to that in a bit, but I can let this title card pass, but definitely, I'm gonna give this title card it's like a 4. The only reason I'm giving it a 4 is because the music is kind of a bop, but, it's not that good. Let's just be honest. And now we're gonna look at the one from 2021. Now, this title card already looks sick because it seems like the scientists are doing research on Kong and Godzilla, which in this timeline, the MonsterVerse movies are Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla King of the Monsters. And just look at that beautiful screen too. You got Kong, I'm not sure why it's Japan up there, and we also got Godzilla. Oh yeah, I'm gonna learn Japan soon because Japan sounds like a cool language. But then anyways, you zoom into the Earth, I guess, and then you get all these bright colors. And holy shit, look at how cool this looks. And that's how you do a title card. Do some creativity around the movie and do like what's about, and then like have it like zoom into something, do all these colors, and then like the movie will go like sick. That's how you do a title card. I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10, maybe even 11. No, I'm giving this a 12. It's so amazing. I used it in 2 of my videos. That's how good it is. And you know I like using stuff, but this is on another level. 12 out of 10. Better than any title card I covered in the series so far. And now let's do Godzilla X Kong. So what's unique about this title card is that it plays over the fight between the giant spider and Godzilla, which we'll get into very soon, I promise. And then Godzilla kills him in the classic way, what if? And then we got Godzilla Warren. And look at that gorgeous title card. And they even remixed the Godzilla vs. Kong theme. This one's also really sick. It's really sick. I like how they played I like how they do a remix instead of just like playing off the music and playing the credits over the fight. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna give this one a 10. I'm not gonna give it a 12 because it's not as good, obviously. But I will still give it a 10. It's not above 10, but it's a 10. And now, with that concludes, Godzilla vs. Kong has the best title card, giving it the first point out of this 5 rounds we're doing. So it looks like Godzilla X Kong, and especially 1962, it looks like you're feeling. Hopefully, especially you, 1962, will do better in the next round. That's what everybody thinks of the human characters, including me. They're dumpy, they're trash, they're garbage. They act like little babies and they take up the whole movies and they're incredibly genius nerds that all they want to do is ruin the movies and take away from Godzilla and Kong. Yeah, that's what the human characters exist for. And human characters are never good in monster movies. No King Kong movies have good human characters. There's like one Godzilla movie that has good human characters, and that is Godzilla -1. That's it. That's like the only one that has actually good human characters, to the point where they're better than Godzilla -1 ever than Godzilla. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard reviews of Godzilla -1. Yes, I got spoiled. So, if I heard human characters in it were better. So, that's what I know. And I used clips of Godzilla -1 anyways for my Horror Master movies. So, you know, I already got spoiled, but anyways, I'm not talking about Godzilla -1. I will probably see that soon. Human characters are trash. We're just gonna get right into it. Godzilla vs. Kong 1962. I mean, I guess they're fine, right? I mean, they're kind of charming. They're fine. They're just good background characters. But oh my god, some of their acting, it is so bad that it's actually hilarious. And that's what makes them funny. Just watch these clips right here. Critical! Critical! And then later on we get this random dance scene. What the heck is going on? Look guys, let's be for real. They made these characters to make us laugh. They didn't take them any seriously, and they just made them funny. And you know what? That's what makes them charming. And, you know, for a monster, you know, for a movie where, you know, most people hate human characters, this movie has alright ones. Now we get the Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 in. What? Yeah, the human characters in Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 are trash. They are just there to take up the time, and their acting is not that good. Now, I do like the deaf girl in it and stuff, because her relationship with Kong is cute in it. And, you know, the mother, she was alright. I mean, right? She was, or that, like, one girl character. She's, like, the main character with the deaf girl. She's the one who protects the deaf girl. She was in the last movie, I believe, right? Or it was, like, one of them, so... Yeah, I think she was in Godzilla King of Monsters, if I remember correctly, after we watched these movies, but... Yeah, I did not rewatch these movies for these videos because originally I was going to do a Nightmares Critter video today, but I wound up doing this instead because I have school off today, and well, I just decided to do a bigger video today. Now, it will most likely come out tomorrow, maybe, I'm not sure. But, yeah, they're trash. The acting is pretty bad, and they're just there to take up the runtime, and then they make the plot so confusing. And I'll dive deep into that in a bit, but oh my god, they just make the movie worse. And I just wish there was a movie that focused on the monsters, or at least make good human characters. Take Peter Jackson's King Kong. That movie has good human characters, but it also has a lot of King Kong in it, and it's from his POV in the second half and onwards. But they make good human characters. Godzilla Minus One has good human characters, and yes, I actually watched Peter Jackson's King Kong a few times, and I didn't even bother watching Godzilla Minus One for this video. But both movies, I know, have great human characters. But these movies, these human characters are trash. They're not good. And Godzilla X Kong are just even worse. They're the same human characters, but they're act worse. And you know what's funny? There's one of these characters, I can't remember his name, but he acts like a little bitch and then just gets killed off just to make us feel like he deserved it. That's a bad way of writing. I mean, he's he wasn't even a bad guy, and then he's just so mean at the last second. It's weird. So, Godzilla vs. Kong 1962 definitely wins this round. So good job, Godzilla vs. Kong 1962. You finally won in the round. Godzilla X Kong, you're not doing too good so far. But hey, maybe you will win in round 3.
Welcome to the amazing digital circus! Are you ready to see something incredible? Well, too bad. You're gonna see it anyway.
I don't feel like talking about the plot. I'm doing it. Oh, the plot for the 1962 movie goes something like this. So the 1962 movie is about these humans. They go on an island. They go on this boat to the island to capture Kong. And if they bump into Godzilla, and he's suddenly in the ice cold of the lake. And then they find Kong on the island. And then they both somehow get to fight each other. They both bump into each other, and then they start fighting. And then Kong and both Godzilla go on their random journeys to destroy the city. And then Godzilla's just running around. They capture Kong to fight Godzilla to stop Godzilla. And then Kong, and I guess, well, I'll spoil it in the next segment. Now, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021, the plot is so complicated, it will take me like 10 whole minutes to explain. I'll try my best, though. So basically what the movie is about is about these humans, and they protect Kong from Godzilla on his own island, and then the Deaf Girl comes, and they get along, and they make all these different technology stuff, and they want Godzilla defeated, so they use Kong and stuff, and it's so complicated, I can't even explain it. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, 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 okay. Oh my god, this is the most painful first spell videos I've done yet. Look, these movies are not bad, I like them, but oh my, these movies are so dumb. And Godzilla X Kong, it's the same thing. It's even more complicated. They introduce a baby Kong in it and stuff, and if we just got time with Kong and baby Kong instead of hanging out with those stupid human characters, which, by the way, they do all these other stuff, then maybe, I don't know. It's just complicated. What's the winner? What's the winner for the best plot? None of these plots are good. However, the 1962 one has the best plot. Yeah, the 1962 movie is winning. Isn't that nuts? Oh my god, let's just move on to the next section before I lose my mind! Now it's time to talk about the monsters, Kong and Godzilla, and just look at them in a 1962 movie. Look at, Khan right here. Right here, see, look how terrible he looks. We all know how terrible he looks. He just looks so ugly. And you can tell that, they did not know how to design Khan back in the day. Godzilla looks fine, though. Hey, Jesus Christ. See what I mean? But god dang, look at how good these monsters look. They're big, they're tall, they're CGI, which is really good. And, oh my god, the visuals of this movie look gorgeous. Look at Godzilla and Kong. This is probably one of the best designs for them in history. They look like they're ready to fight. Unlike Kong in the original movie where he just looks like a wumpo. Is that even a real word? And then look at Mega Godzilla. Yeah, they even introduced Mega Godzilla from the Toho Godzilla movies. And he looks sick too. This is the best introduction of him ever. Look how cool these visuals look. If you want visuals, watch this movie before the 1962 one. These movies don't even compare. And you know what? I think Godzilla X Kong does a good job at continuing the trend of good-looking monsters. Now, you could argue that this movie looks maybe a little lower budget than the first movie, which, it was. But I think they still keep on great pace. Look how cool the ice monster looks. And look how cool Godzilla looks, too. I like the purple design of him and stuff. I'm not sure why he is purple. I can't remember, but Kong looks good in this movie and stuff. He doesn't look as good as he did in the first movie, but he looks fine in it. And Skarkin, yeah, the posters did why. Look at this poster on screen. He looks like a big, giant, ultimate monster like Mega Godzilla. But instead we got a skinny version of King Kong. And they just changed his fur up a little. But honestly, I think his design is fine, right? It's not that bad. It's alright, right? It's okay, He could have been better, but, he could have been worse. Oh yeah, we have Baby Kong, and he also looks fine in it, right? The eyes are a little off-putting, I guess, but you know what? He's fine in it. But I still don't think the monster designs look as good as they do in the final movie. So overall, sorry there wasn't any music in this section. I just want to show off the monsters. I'm going to give this round to Godzilla vs. Kong. Even though they look similar to Godzilla X Kong, they do look slightly lower budget. And especially Kong and, Scar King. And for Godzilla 1962.
Brother, what's that?
Now let's get into the stuff we all been waiting for, the battles. And the first battle was bad. It was bad. Now they hilariously hump at each other, and they just look at each other. And then Godzilla blows up a helicopter. Ooh. I like this reaction, that was funny. Look at this eye. And then after that, Godzilla dance. She throws a rock and he misses. So then Kong tries again. He hits him. Then they clap at each other and Kong walks away. The end. And the octopus fight at the beginning wasn't good either. Not off to a good start. But thankfully, the second fight between Kong and Godzilla was way better. It is funny. Look at this scene. He knocked his head out because he rolled over to a rock. And look at Godzilla, he's just clapping. And then Godzilla barely buries him alive. What? It's like that. And then Godzilla's just hitting him with his tail over and over again. And then Kong comes back to life. And I think he came back to life with lightning. Is this Friday the 13th part 6? What? Look at that. It looked like stop motion there. And then he's rolling down the ground. And then they continue to fight more. Look! Oh, this is the scene where he gets struck by lightning. Then after that, they destroy this random building that looks like a pile of Legos. And I mean, just look at that. They obviously used a toy or Legos or something. I mean, why are they even destroying this building? This movie is so confusing. And then they tumble down in very slow motion. And then neither of them win. And this movie hasn't gotten a sequel. And no, 2021 does not count. That's a reboot. But all in consideration, Godzilla vs. Kong 1962 gets about, oh yeah, I forgot to rate the last round too, but I didn't really see a point. But for action, this is definitely worth it. So I'm gonna give the total action for the 1962 Godzilla vs. Kong about a 6. It's fine, right? It's okay. It's super okay, actually. It's totally okay. Just the first fight was so bad. The second fight was funny and good. Now let's talk about you. Now, the first battle for Godzilla vs. Kong was in 2021 was really cool. I just like how the visuals are cool. I like the both set, and I just like how Kong gets his ass whooped. Look at this thing. He's drowning to death. Ooh, and he exploded. Oh my god. He barely survived. Oh my god. But now, let's all be honest. The second fight for Godzilla vs. Kong is everything you asked for. They use all their powers. It takes place in the city of Hong Kong, which is a cool city to go to at night. And they get to use all their powers and have a real fight. That's actually what fans asked for, not like in the original movie where all they're doing is being stuntmen, and they're just rolling around on each other and Kong gets brought back to life by lightning. No, we get an actual good battle. We get cities destroyed. It's just a good battle. And both rounds have both winners too. The first round, Kong wins against Godzilla. But then Godzilla gets back up for a second round, and he beats the living crap out of Kong. He literally, almost kills him. Just look at this scene. I wish I could play audio, but I don't want this video getting a copyright claim. But, oh my god, he went hard on Kong. But then we get a third battle, which is with Mechagodzilla. And oh my god, he beats the living crap out of Godzilla. Look at the scene, he's about to kill him. And then Kong gets back up and he defends Godzilla, even though he almost killed him. In fact, I even think lightning brought him back in this movie. Again, what's with Kong and lightning? Is he chasing Fories or something? But the two worked as a team, and at first I hated his dynamic. I actually first hated how Kong lost because, I wasn't really a Godzilla fan when I first saw this movie, and I was more of a Kong fan. But, back then I was younger, and now I don't really care who wins and loses. But if I had to pick who I'm more of a fan of, it's definitely King Kong, but I still really like Godzilla. But anyways, so they both work as a team, and they both defeat Mechagodzilla. Hey, get out of my way, human characters. I'm trying to look at the fight. But the way Kong defeats Mechagodzilla is so graphic that I can't even show on YouTube without getting age restricted. So in Godzilla X, Kong tries to work with Godzilla because he has to, but for some reason they're against each other again, even though they became friends in the last movie. And yeah, the pyramid fight, even though it made that hilarious meme and stuff, the meme, I'm not gonna mention it, but it's hilarious, but this fight is kind of underwhelming. Kong beats Godzilla, and then Godzilla goes back up and beats Kong again. So they kind of just do the same thing as the last movie. And there's not really any cool destruction. We just get some pyramids, and yeah, it's not really that good of a fight. It's underwhelming. Heck, I would probably even say it's worse than the first fight in the original Godzilla vs. Kong 1962 movie, because at least the first fight in that movie was so bad that was hilarious, and you could actually laugh at it. But this is just not good. Oh yeah, and for some reason Mothra comes back in this movie. See what I mean about the plot? It's so dang confusing. And I'm just behind, I'm not sure, but I heard other people say it, and they didn't watch all the movie. Now, thankfully, the second fight with Scar King is way better. Actually, there's a first fight in the movie with Kong and Scar King, and yeah, that was also kind of disappointing. It's really slow, and for some reason, and for some reason Scar King's kind of a wimp in that fight. But this fight is better because it involves gravity and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Even involves the other monkeys. And then we get this city of I forgot what the city was called. Sorry for the people who live there. And I forgot your city name, but this does look like a cool city to fight and stuff. I kind of wish it took place at nighttime, but you know what? It's fine if it takes place during the daytime. And this second fight is alright. It's pretty good, but it's not the greatest fight in the world. It's not as good as the first movie, 2021. You know, it's fine. You know, we got some building destruction and stuff, but Scar King gets whooped in this final fight. He barely gets the punch, Con. He gets whooped so badly. I feel like we should have had a better villain in this movie. Oh yeah, and the way they defeat him is pretty underwhelming as well, not gonna lie. I can literally show this without the shield getting age rate check. He's just kind of, the ice monster freezes him and Kong smashes him. There's no blood, no gore, it's just bad. I mean, it's not bad, but you know what I mean, it's not good either. But overall, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 has the best fight and stuff. And that's just about concludes it. Overall, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 is the winner. In my opinion, the movie gets about an 8.5. Actually, I'm gonna give it an 8, right? Like it's a good movie. It's not perfect, but it's good. I mean, I'm between an 8 or a 9, but because the human characters are so bad in it, I'm gonna drop it to an 8. Then the original Kong versus Godzilla 1962. It's a cheesy, fun fest, a hilarious movie to laugh at. I'm gonna give it a 6. And for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, look, it's not a bad movie, but it definitely could have been better. So I'm gonna give this movie an average 5. Which 5 means it's not bad. It's just like right in the middle. It's mid. It's average. Which means the winner is Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. And thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll let you know what the next versus battle is for movies. Now, until then, I'm the Horror Master. And make sure to be careful when Kong and Godzilla fight in your city. They're coming here, right? To Canada? They're probably not. No!